Welcome to the Deep Dive. So today we're looking into a couple of stories that listeners shared from the Midnight Fears podcast. Pretty unsettling stuff.
Yeah, definitely. We've got the woman in white and the creepy taxi ride, both presented as, well, true accounts.
And they really hit on different kinds of fear, don't they? One's out in the middle of nowhere, dark road.
Classic isolation fear. And the other, well, it's supposed to be safe, right? A taxi. But it turns, not safe at all.
Right. So our plan here isn't just to retell them. We want to dig in a bit. What makes them tick? What makes them so scary?
Exactly. Kind of unpack the core elements for everyone listening, give you the essence of these encounters.
Okay, let's start with the first one then. The woman in white. This came from a listener named James.
Right, James. And he sets the scene perfectly, New Year's Eve, driving alone, back roads, heading to a party, small southern town vibes.
That isolation you mentioned, it's immediate.
Totally. Pitch dark, rural road, your senses are already heightened, and then he sees her.
Yeah, this is the part, just a woman standing there.
In a white dress.
No coat.
Yeah.
Among the trees, just facing the road, motionless.
It's just so wrong, isn't it? Everything about it feels out of place. Why is she there? Why is she dressed like that? Why isn't she moving?
That stillness, yeah.
Yeah.
It's deeply unsettling. It messes with your expectations.
Big time. Like our brains try to categorize things, right? And it doesn't fit. Stillness like that, in the dark, dressed inappropriately, it just screams danger or wrongness.
Okay, so he drives past, obviously a bit freaked out, but then he looks in the rearview mirror.
Man.
She's turned, watching him.
Ugh. See, that changes it. Suddenly she's not just this weird static image.
No, she's aware. Intentional, maybe.
Exactly. There's a connection now. He's been seen, and not in a good way.
So then later, he's heading back from the party.
And, car trouble. On the same road.
His car just stalls, and the tires are shredded.
Shredded, deliberately.
It sounds like it. Just completely ruined. Which takes it from, weird sighting to actual immediate danger. He's stranded.
Okay, wow. That detail is violent. Suddenly, it feels much more like an attack.
Right, and you start thinking, okay, was that planned? Did she do that, or someone else?
Something else. I mean, it opens up all sorts of horrible possibilities. Real human malice, or, well, something stranger.
And then it gets worse. He hears whispering.
Yeah, the words, "I see you," just whispered. Imagine hearing that when you're stranded, alone, in the dark after that sighting.
Nightmare fuel. And then she appears again.
But different this time.
Yeah, he says her face looked half-rotted, and the white gown stained.
Whoa. Okay, that's a massive escalation from
Yeah.
unsettling figure to full-on horror movie monster territory.
It really is. Did that jump feel earned or just thrown in?
It's jarring for sure. But maybe it reflects his terror. His fear is projecting that onto her. Or maybe that's what she really is.
Yeah, the ambiguity is horrible.
And then she follows him back towards the party.
Apparently. He makes it back, tells his friends they're freaking out. And then at 3 a.m., tapping on the window.
Oh, come on! She followed him there.
That's the story. The safety of the party, gone. Just relentless.
Chilling. Absolutely chilling persistence.
And the aftermath is weird, too. The next day, they find a rusted knife near where he first saw her.
A knife. Okay, that pulls it back towards maybe a human attacker.
Maybe. But they also find this abandoned shack nearby. And inside, gutted animal carcasses.
Okay, that just adds another layer of grim possibility. Deranged person living out there. Rituals, it clouds the picture even more.
Exactly. So it leaves you with those questions the original story posed. Who was she? A ghost? A killer? Why him?
You just don't know. That uncertainty is terrifying in itself.
Totally. Okay, let's shift gears. Story number 2. The taxi that wasn't safe. Mia's story.
Right. Different setting, urban, coming home from the airport late. But that vulnerability is still there, isn't it?
Definitely. And she mentions choosing a cheaper option, not like a standard Uber. Maybe that plays into it. A bit less regulated, perhaps.
Could be. Initially, the driver seems normal, just, driving.
But then the questions start. Things like, is your friend as pretty as you?
Oof. Red flag number 1.
And what's a girl like you doing alone?
Yeah, that's boundary crossing, invasive. It immediately shifts the dynamic from professional service to something personal and uncomfortable. Alarm bells should be ringing.
Big time. And then, navigation troubles. He misses her exit.
Okay, once, maybe an honest mistake. Annoying, but possible.
But he does it twice.
Twice. Okay, no, that feels deliberate. Either he's trying to prolong the ride, get her lost, or something worse. It adds to that feeling of not being in control.
For Mia, the real oh crap moment, the point she knew something was seriously wrong, was when he asked for her boyfriend's name.
Wow, that specific.
Yeah, why ask that?
That's deeply concerning. It feels like he's probing, trying to figure out if someone's waiting for her, expecting her, assessing her vulnerability, basically. It's a classic predator tactic, unfortunately.
Thankfully, her instincts kicked in hard. She sees a police car at a red light
Smart move.
and just bolts. Runs out of the taxi,
Good for her. And the driver.
speeds off, doesn't even wait for the fare or anything, just gone.
Which tells you everything, doesn't it? His goal wasn't the money, it was her. Her escape ruined whatever he planned.
You'd think that's the end of it, right? She's home, she's safe.
But it wasn't.
Nope. Later that night, someone knocks on her door. Persistent knocking.
Oh, man.
Then her neighbor mentions seeing her dad visit while she was out. But her dad was at work the whole time.
Okay, that's seriously creepy. Someone pretending to be family to gather info. Or just mess with her head.
And the absolute worst part, she goes back to her apartment later to pack some things.
Yeah,
And here's a voice from her spare bedroom saying, I wasn't going to hurt you.
no. Inside her apartment.
Inside, the intruder got away. But imagine hearing that. The denial makes it even more terrifying.
Unbelievable. And they never found the taxi. Or the driver.
Never. Vanished. Which brings up that question from the source. Was he even a real taxi driver?
Yeah.
Or, something else entirely?
Something much worse. Yeah. It leaves this horrible, lingering feeling.
It really does. Both stories, like Midnight Fears pointed out, are these moments that just feel like they were this close to being catastrophic.
And the link between them really is that gut feeling. James felt something was wrong with the woman. Mia felt something was wrong with the driver. That internal alarm.
Which circles back to that key takeaway from the source material, doesn't it? Trust your instincts.
Absolutely. That little voice, that feeling in your stomach. It's often picking up on things your conscious mind hasn't processed yet. Ignoring it can be. Oh, dangerous.
Sometimes the real horror isn't just the spooky figure or the creepy guy.
Right. It's realizing later that you knew something was off, you felt that warning, but you didn't act on it. That what if is horrifying too.
So it makes you think, doesn't it? As we go about our days, how tuned in are we really?
Yeah, to our own internal alarm systems. What little signals, those gut feelings, might we be dismissing day to day?
Something to consider. Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.